Last time these two teams played each other, Nigeria coming up with the win. That was back last summer, 27th of August. Nigeria beating Guinea 89-70 in that game. Good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA Basketball World Cup African Qualifiers. Guinea taking on Nigeria here. And a quick three-point shot attempt is off the mark. Guinea come up with the rebound. Have to save it actually, but now they're pushing the tempo. So kick it up, Sai, no hesitation. Little kiss off the glass and he gets a nice little roll. So good job there by Guinea, coming out early, maybe trying to set the tone a little bit. Eze, nowhere to go. Good defensive action, but a great job there getting back on defense and forcing a turnover. And now an easy missed layup opportunity there by Anthony for Nigeria. So a couple easy misses here and a couple turnovers by both teams early. And the lefty lets it fly, and his three-point shot is good. And Guinea off to a 5-0 lead over Nigeria with just about a minute played in this first quarter. Well, I talked about the importance of Nigeria needing to get a win for their World Cup ticket hopes to stay alive. Nice movement here. Good passing, but that one is well off the mark by Agu. I think it was intended for Anthony, but number 12, Agu, is the one who's going to be rewarded, not rewarded, I guess, but given that turnover. So now Guinea, another opportunity to put a couple points on the board here. Diaby gets it inside. Double team comes, nice foul down low, little shot fake. Can't score, but does draw the foul is Kaba. So again, another opportunity. Good ball movement, nice patience, as we're gonna see Kaba go to the line. There you see, I think it was Conde, drew the double team, a little shot fake there by Alpha Kaba, as he's not able to convert the three-point play, but he does draw the foul and is going to the stripe. Well, that shot well short, but no one boxed out the shooter, and it falls back into his hands, but Kaba not able to hold up onto it. And now a 4-on-2 opportunity for Nigeria, as some nice passing, and Anthony just lays that one in, and Nigeria finally on the boards. There they are, some physical action underneath. They're able to get it inside to Conde as he spins baseline and draws the foul. So second foul for Nigeria early in this game, as they are trailing 6-2 to Guinea. And that foul is gonna go against Agu. I talked about the importance. Nigeria really need a win here today over Guinea to keep their World Cup hopes alive. A little out-of-bounds action that rolls in and out, but there for the offensive rebound is Kaba. He can't convert, and great job rebounding. Unfortunately, and there you see the man keeping the floor clean. Helps up Sai, who flew in for that second offensive rebound. So you just see this Guinea team coming out with maybe something to prove to all these other African teams. Nigeria now Nice little backdoor cut, but it was read by the Guinea defenders. So kickball, shot clock is not going to be reset because it was only at 15 seconds. So Nigeria ball out of bounds. Here you see that back door. And unfortunately, a travel is going to go against Nigeria. So ball back to Guinea as Nigeria just, if you watched their game yesterday, they seemed ready, they seemed excited. They knew that they had to win to keep their hopes alive, and they got a big win yesterday over the Ivory Coast, who are first in this group. Now Guinea taking their time, just real big miscommunication. Ball gets thrown out of bounds. I think they were trying to look for a backdoor action. So now ball back to Nigeria. A little full court pressure here by Diaby. Easily broken. Agu. They give it up. A little hesitation there by Eze. Says three's no good, but a 2-point pull-up still counts. And I talked about him yesterday. 18 points, just turned 20. You want to talk about a person who you're going to see probably play for Nigeria for many years to come. It is going to be that man right there, Victor Eze, number 10 for Nigeria. So now another turnover. So that's 2 turnovers in a row for Guinea. And, you know, I talked about how both these teams are average age of about 24 on this squad for both of them. And that's kind of something as a coach you have to accept. There's going to maybe be some ugly basketball, but then you're also going to see a lot of bright spots. And you're really planning to the future when you do bring a young team like this to a FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifying event. Well, another turnover, a lot of turnovers early for both these teams. There you see it, 2 for Guinea and 4 for Nigeria. Nigeria ranked 19th in the world, according to the FIBA Basketball World Cup rankings, world rankings, excuse me. There they go. They get it inside to, I believe it was Kaba. He's off the mark, though. Now Nigeria pushing the tempo. They got a 3-on-2. They find Agu. Agu's 3-point shot off the mark. Almost come up with the offensive rebound, but a good job there by Kaba getting back and pulling down that defensive board. And look at this. There's the hustle play. Here's the defense. And defense forces a turnover, and now they're off and running. But no, an offensive foul is going to be called against Nigeria. So a nice defensive play there by that man, number 5. C, as he just stands his ground. Oh yeah, that's a good call by the referee. His feet were set. He was well outside of that semicircle. So another turnover for Nigeria with that offensive foul. Well, Guinea leading with just under 4 minutes gone in this first quarter, 6-4. They started well. They had 6 quick points to start the game, and as we see, an offensive foul call, so another turnover for Guinea. Things have not been easy. Nigeria picked up their defensive pressure a little bit, definitely. But Nigeria having a hard time getting anything really going offensively. Some easy misses. That's a tough take off the mark. And now Guinea with a chance to push it, but great defensive effort after that missed layup by Sai, you see there, but Nigeria, number 5. And no, ball out of bounds, so they're gonna say it's Guinea ball. I believe Chimbu thought it should have been Nigeria ball, number 18 there for Nigeria, but ball is going to stay here. Guinea ball, 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Some substitutions being made as we see number 9 check in. Odufua. Conde off the mark. And a foul is going to be called. He had that big game yesterday, double-double, 23 points, 13 rebounds by Sheikh Conde, number 20, that man right there for Guinea. So good job. You know who you need to find and get the ball to, and they have definitely gone to him early in this game as he makes the first of 2. Second one off the mark as Chimbu comes up with the defensive rebound, and now miscommunication. No one gets back after a free throw. But again, Nigeria missing some easy shots. That was Otobu with the miss. And just an easy layup. No one stepping up and defending number 5, Sai. Nigeria now trying to go inside, almost turn it over, but they don't. No, it is a turnover. A double dribble call is going to go against that man, number 14, Otobo. Well, Nigeria, it's been tough for them early. I believe we'll take a quick look here. They already have 6 turnovers compared to only 7 shot attempts. So every other time they are turning the ball over, they get down the court. It's definitely going to be an emphasis, I'm sure, if they can come out of this quarter not too deep of a hole. And a good job there by the big man, Duda Konde. Not Sheikh Konde. I keep talking about Sheikh Konde, number 20, the other star of this Guinea team. As Konde just uses his body and goes straight into the defender. And there you see Eze, the youngin, checking out. Well, free throw shooting, also a little bit of a trouble here early. That's their 5th attempt, and they've only made 2 for Guinea. Whereas Nigeria haven't even gone to the free throw line. And Guinea will be heading to the free throw line every foul as Nigeria are in the bonus. Tough take. And good job there by number 0, Darambola. For Nigeria, you know, especially if you're a coach, I might have got away with a little bit of a turnover. It looked like he picked up his dribble, wanted to pass, and maybe the ball slipped out of his hands. You know, if they're calling fouls on one end, if you stay aggressive on the other end, the referees are probably going to call the same foul. So I think that was a good job there by Michael Darambola to attack the basket aggressively. As we see few more substitutions happening, and both these teams played yesterday and both these teams are playing tomorrow. So 3 games in 3 days is not an easy feat, and no surprise you see both coaches going to their bench early because they want to keep their athletes fresh, as it is a 40-minute game and a lot is on the line, especially for Nigeria. Well, Guinea leading Nigeria, 4 minutes left in this quarter, 10-6. Guinea with the ball, they go inside. Konde taking his time, spins baseline, can't hold on to the ball. And unfortunately, I believe he dribbled out of bounds. So ball back to Nigeria, nice defense there. Oh, he might have got away with a little bit of a kickball. And no worries. Darambola says, but I don't know what happened there. As you see Coach Odaudu, excuse me, complaining, wanting a foul call, I believe. TM gives it up. Baseline penetration, nice find. Oh, didn't want to shoot and really nowhere to go. And that ball is going to go back to Nigeria. That's one of theirs. It was a nice little penetration, and Konde, number 14, open just underneath the free throw line. Probably should have shot it instead of trying to dribble into the defense and putting up a more difficult shot. And now here, full court pressure. Sorry, half court pressure, but great defense by Tiam. And nowhere to go. Nigeria really struggling. Just dribbles in to a wall of white jerseys. but is able to draw the foul, and Darambola is going to go back to the free throw line for the second time in this quarter. There you see it. 1, 2, 3, 4 white jerseys. I believe that foul is going to go against Conde, who maybe if he was just standing straight up, they wouldn't have called a foul, but he was kind of shuffling his feet a little bit. Darambola makes the first of his 2 free throw attempts. And he has 3 points, all coming from the free throw line, as he goes 3 of 4. Missed that one, but an offensive rebound. Very unselfish team, Nigeria, maybe overpassing a little bit too much as they kick it out, and that 3-point shot is good. First outside shot, first 3-point shot, excuse me, for Nigeria comes from Odufua. I believe it's their first, yeah, it is their first 3-point shot made. And with that 3-point shot, Nigeria now finally tied the game. Slow start, we had a good start for Guinea, and it was a slow start for Nigeria. Nigeria now crawling back, and the game is tied 10-10. Has been slow, a lot of turnovers for both teams, as Nigeria already have 7 turnovers, and Guinea have 5 turnovers. Referees making sure the shot clock, I believe, is set to what it should be. So Nigeria now with an opportunity to take their first lead of the game. They give it up. Penetration kick, nice extra pass. I mentioned it, this is a young Nigerian team, a very unselfish Nigerian team. That 3-point shot is off. Defensive rebound. Guinea now with an opportunity, pushing the tempo. They bring it down. Guess what? They want to go inside to Conde. Conde now. Double team almost coming. He gives it up. Penetration, and just a nice little penetration. I saw what Dauda Conde, number 14, was looking. He saw Sai open. Unfortunately, that pass off the mark. Now Nigeria again with their second opportunity to take the lead in this game. They have been trailing the entire game. Tough penetration, kick out, extra pass, 3-point shot off the mark. Defensive rebound by Conde. Guinea now. You almost have a sensation that every single time down the court, it's exactly what they do. Great offensive rebound. Is not able to convert, but does get the foul. So Dauda Conde is going to go to the free throw line. So I was talking about it. Sheikh Conde, one of the stars of this Guinea team. He had a big game, double-double yesterday, 23 points, 12 rebounds in their loss for Guinea. But he is definitely a veteran of this team. Plays professionally in France, 35-year-old. So I mentioned it, this team, their average age is around 24. So you could definitely say he is the veteran and most experienced player for this Guinea team. And no surprise, they're going to him almost every time down the floor and letting him make the decision whether to try go up or create for his teammates. Nice hands, but it gets tipped back. Ooh, nice little in and out hesitation. Kick out, I talked about it. This team is incredibly unselfish, maybe a little too selfish. Looked like he might have got away with a walk, but it doesn't matter because ball goes out of bounds and back to Guinea. Tough shot off the mark, and the referee says no, it's a foul call. Oh, excuse me, I think it's an offensive rebounding foul call. Let's take a look here. Oh, okay, yeah. So there you see number 14, Conde, a little push in the back, and both teams in the bonus now. So that is gonna send Israel Otobo to the free throw line for an opportunity to finally take the lead in this game. They did tie it. And then Guinea went up 1, but it's really been all Guinea basketball. They haven't scored much, neither team, as game is tied 11-11, just over a minute and 20 seconds to play in this first quarter. And Nigeria still not able to get the first lead of the game, but it's tied 11-11. Guinea ball, nice hands. Nigeria gets the ball back. They've got a 4-on-2 opportunity, but a good job getting back on defense is Guinea. They get it inside. Tough shot, might have been blocked. And they're gonna say it's actually gonna be a shot blocking violation. And 2 points are gonna be rewarded. I believe the referee said that the ball had touched the backboard already. Might need to see that on a replay, as it all happened rather quickly. So Guinea there with a violation, so 2 points awarded to Nigeria as they take their first lead of the game. And another turnover, good defensive play by Otobo. And now Nigeria with an opportunity to extend this lead. Nice aggressive take is Odufua. Oh no, excuse me, I thought they called a foul, but they actually called a jump ball. Let's take a look here. Pretty good call by the referee. Nice hands, nice quick hands there by Mara from Guinea, number 9. So ball back, and that's gonna be another turnover for Nigeria. Ball back to Guinea. There's about 2 possessions left in this first quarter, and now Nigeria looks like they're almost in a matchup man zone. Baseline penetration, and how about those hops by Keita? So game tied. 3-point shot, maybe a little quick. Oh no, but they come up with the offensive rebound. And unfortunately, that's gonna be a travel call. So ball back to Guinea with 9 seconds left in this quarter. I believe number 5, Sai there, is aware, not sure. He's taking his time. 3-point shot attempt at the buzzer is off the mark. Well, it's been a little bit of a slow quarter for both these teams. Nice little start by Guinea. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead, but at the end of 10 minutes, Guinea and Nigeria are tied 13 apiece. No surprise, shooting percentages not that great by both teams. Both shooting in the 30s from 2-point range. And not a ton of 3-point shot attempts, but for me, really, it's been the turnovers so far that has been the deciding factor in this game and why it is so low scoring. Some highlights there from the first quarter. Eze, the star of Nigeria yesterday. And I mentioned it. Guinea came out good early in this first quarter, but they really slowed down the second part of the first quarter.
When we get down court here, let them worry about us too, because we are on the inside. So let's go. Let's take the game. Don't stand around. Don't stand around. Let's go.
Well, Coach Odaudu there. I mean, you can't be too disappointed. You've only scored 13 points, but guess what? Your opponent has only scored 13 points as well. Don't hesitate. Download your Courtside 1891 app right now to find out all the scores, basketball World Cup qualifiers related. I know I have it. Everyone I work with has it. Really keeps you up to date. Highlights, stats, information, articles. second quarter action underway here in Angola, where Guinea and Nigeria are tied 13 apiece. Nice backdoor action. Just not able to hold on to it and go up. But they keep the ball. It's not a turnover. And that somehow ends up in the hands of Chimbu. You see the smile there by Sai, as defensively he was right there to pick off the ball, but they didn't give it up an easy layup. Shot clock is reset. Little fake spin move action there is off the mark. And now Guinea with another turnover. I mentioned both these teams struggling with turnovers in the first quarter. And nice headman and fast break is Odofua by Nigeria. So Nigeria now with their first 2-point lead of the game. They led by 1 late in that first quarter. Again, ending the first quarter 13-13. Obviously neither team really playing well. And I mentioned during the break, really both these teams struggled with shooting, but they struggled with turnovers. Nigeria have 9 turnovers in this game, and that was just the 11th turnover of Guinea. So both these teams almost averaging a turnover every other possession, hence the low scoring game. And little hesitation well off the mark, but they come up with the offensive rebound. I'm not sure that ball hit the shot clock though. And good job there by Nigeria, just sticking to it is Otobo. He has 5 points for Nigeria, number 14. And now Guinea, 2 turnovers in a row to start this quarter. Let's see if they can at least get a good shot attempt. They do. Can't really get a better shot attempt than that. Nice patience. They go to the big man, and big man does not finish when he is that close to the basket. So good job there by Guinea. Now Nigeria, quick 3-point shot attempt. They have been off the mark. They have 1 3-pointer made in this contest. They are 1 of 7 from deep, as Guinea are only 1 of 3. They don't attempt many 3-point shots. They usually like to go inside to that man who's playing outside. He says, I can do it outside and inside, and not able to make that 3, but unfortunately for Nigeria, he is fouled, and that was Yakubu, number 7 by Nigeria, who fouled the 3-point shooter, and not a great defensive decision there. Obviously, he was just trying to contest the shot. Let's see, we'll take a look here. Yeah, got to let that shooter come down, and an easy call by the referee. So Condé now, Sheikh Condé, number 20, is going to go to the line for Guinea. Mentioned it, a veteran. His team's average age is 24, as he is 35 years old, plays professionally in France, so has had a long, good career as a professional basketball player. And he has 1 more free throw attempt because he was fouled on a 3-point shot, and he makes all 3 of his 3 throws. Now Guinea back up with the lead, 18-17 over Nigeria. Nigeria now taking their time. I'm sure they talked about turnovers, and that's going to be an offensive foul. I thought the referee was not going to call it, and it's going to go against Victor Anthony, number 15 there. So fortunately, an offensive foul is also considered a turnover, and ball back to Guinea. Talked about this Group E. I think it's a Group F earlier, excuse me. Group E, we know that the Ivory Coast has qualified for the World Cup. If Angola, Ivory Coast are sitting in first in this group. If Angola can get a win tonight, they will also qualify. Guinea are 1 of 7, while Nigeria are sitting at 4 and 4, and Uganda are 6th in the group at 1-7 as well. So Nigeria, we know that 5 teams from the African qualifiers qualify for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, which will be played late August, August 25th, I believe it is, in the Philippines, Indonesia, and Japan. So 5 teams from the African region will be going to the FIBA Basketball World Cup this year. Ivory Coast already qualified. Angola, if they can win tonight, that game is coming up this evening, will also qualify. South Sudan making history last night, folks. It was a big 3-point shot. So finally they see the ball go through the hoop. And Egypt has qualified. So that 5th spot is up for grabs, folks, and that's why a win by Nigeria tonight, and then they will also probably have to win tomorrow to keep their World Cup hopes alive. Well, there's the response by Guinea. So now both teams seeing the ball go in from outside the 3-point arc. Tough penetration, kick out, thought about it, little shot fake, step back. Ooh, what a shot by Bola, excuse me. So now both these teams heating up a little bit. As I mentioned, we were tied 13-13 after the first 10 minutes, and that pass off the mark. A lot of these turnovers by both teams, and there's a lot of these turnovers are actually just them being really unselfish, and sometimes they should shoot when they're passing. Again, that for example. But it's kind of what you expect from 2 young teams. As that turnover is going to go against Nigeria, and it was Afuwape. And looks like we have a little bit of an injury, which is not what you want to see, as the training staff is coming out and Coach Zesevic taking maybe advantage of his player on the ground. Not a good sign, not sure what it was, maybe an ankle, but a substitution is going to be happening. Not sure what's going on here. As we were watching number 7, so Alpha Kaba go to the bench, and it looks like it was his ankle. Hopefully it is not serious, and we see him back on the floor for this Guinea team. And a turnover, great hand, easy fast break dunk there by Bola. And now Nigeria, you just have a sense that they're kind of picking up their energy and their aggressiveness a little bit, starting on the defensive end. Just more active, their hands are more active, their feet are more active. Great job going inside, though, is Guinea. And every time you kind of feel like maybe Nigeria will start to pull it away, Guinea always come up with a big basket, and they're only trailing by 1. And how about that defense? Unfortunately, he won't be credited with the steal, but a great job there by number 2, Diaby, putting pressure on Nigeria to even bring the ball up over the court. And he won't be awarded with the steal, but his team will be, and ball back to Guinea. Some substitutions here as we see Mara coming out. Oh, timeout here. Guinea trailing Nigeria 23-24, and let's take a listen in.
You're going to attack and you don't do anything. What are you, come on, put some earphones. At least jump and attempt to block the shot. You're not even doing any of that. They're bigger, they're taller. All they're going to do is turn around and make the hook shot. So let's put some adjustment against this defense. On offense, we are too laid back, we are too casual. Get ready. This was not how we played yesterday. Come on. Put some effort into it. Get serious. Get aggressive.
Guys, they are outlasting us in defense.
That's all. They hustle, they do anything. We're not even attacking them. Hey, every time you drive into the middle, they are going to collapse on you. Look outside. Look outside.
1 2 3.
Well, Coach Odaudu there from Nigeria telling his players, listen, if they collapse, it means you have people on the outside, so kick it out and find your shooters. There's our Courtside 1891 app, streams, schedules, scores, highlights, you name it, you can find it there. Now wide open, maybe miscommunication there defensively, but Diaby from Guinea just not able to put it down, but a good job crashing the offensive boards, not able to come up with a rebound, but goes out of bounds off of Nigeria. So Guinea back with the ball. Diaby gets it back, penetration. And again, overpassing. We've seen it, but we have a 3-on-1. Oh, great defensive effort there by Diaby, but a good job following the layup and getting the easy putback for Nigeria. And now Nigeria with a 3-point lead over Guinea with just under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Nice penetration and kick. They find the big man, but that's rejected. And Nigeria out running, gives it up, and an easy 2-point basket. Good job. Great defensive effort leading to easy fast breaks for Nigeria as Eze, the youngin, Victor Eze, number 10, is the recipient of great defensive effort. And now a timeout is going to be called by Coach Zesovic for Guinea. Let's try and listen in.
Joue le basket. T'as peur ou quoi? We go. Allez gros, allez là. Allez, on est en train de se perdre, allez gros.
You two bring 12 guys, you will bring this third one. And let's go here in the offense. With let's go one time. So we make single to understand. Spey here, Osman here, Arafan here in the middle. Go, Ablo up. On which side? Coming to play side, coming roll. You stay here on this zone. Arafan here, Dauda here. One time on the pitch, Kumatra.
Arrêtez de descendre des ballons, mec. Si t'es coupé. Allez gros, allez. Allez là, de l'énergie s'il vous plaît. 1, 2, 3. Allez.
Well, there we heard the timeout in English. And you heard in French the Guinea players encouraging themselves and their teammates in French. They're saying, you know, it's simple. We just got to play basketball. We got to get some energy. Let's go, fellas. Well, let's see if that timeout works. And a little bit of a stoppage. Not sure why that was. Possibly shot clock, game clock, but ball will stay, Guinea ball. As they're trailing 23-28 with 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They get it out. Guess who they go to? They go to Conde. Conde goes to work. Nice little turnaround jumper is nothing but net. So good job there out of the timeout. Can they get a defensive stop? It's all about scores and stops when you're down. Well, you can't if you leave that man open, folks. And a great job there by Michael Darambola as he knocks down a 3-point shot for Nigeria. He now has 10 points. He has been a hot hand for this team in the second quarter. That first shot was well off, but big man stuck with it, got his offensive rebound, and a nice little putback. And I mentioned that every time you feel like Nigeria is going to run away with it, Guinea come up with big shots. And that's what we just saw right there. A quick foul there is going to go against Diaby. So ball on the sideline for Nigeria. And Nigeria now, some ball movement. Little hesitation there by Anthony, but he puts up the shot finally. It's off the mark. Guinea come up with a defensive board. Can they cut into this lead? Oh, nice give and go. And not able to score, but able to draw the foul. Great passing there. I think it was Drame who hit the cutter. That was a great little drop pass, little drop bounce pass. Look at this. Nice catch. Yeah, it was definitely a foul. I didn't see it when the shot happened, but when he caught the ball, you could see that number 15, Victor Anthony from Nigeria, definitely pushed him, but excellent pass there by Osman Drame, number 23 for Guinea, finding the cutting Sheikh Konde. So good job. Nice little actions out of the timeout here by Guinea. And like I said, it's all about getting a score, but you got to get a stop on the other end, and that's what we have seen the last couple possessions here for Guinea as they're picking up, putting a little bit of pressure defensively. Nigeria now reversing the ball. Nice denied defense there by Diaby from Guinea. And Eze, the youngin, gets it inside. Darambola, nowhere to go, finds Anthony. Anthony's shot at the elbows off the mark. Guinea now, headman. And no, they're gonna pull it back. Diaby was wide open. They get it to Konde. Konde almost has his pocket picked. Sai goes inside. A little bit of patience. No, collapsing defense and another turnover. Nigeria now, they kind of got numbers, seem a little out of sorts. And nice job there by Otobu, taking it aggressively to the basket, and he draws the foul. It was a 3-on-2, an unusual sort of fast break action. And I mentioned it, both these teams relatively young, so no surprise that there's some really good sequences and moments, I guess you could say minutes, and definitely dips down a little bit. Both these teams played yesterday, let's not forget that. So you have less than a 24-hour turnover to recover and also prepare and get ready for your next game. And guess what? Both of these teams are playing tomorrow as well. Nigeria desperately need a win today to keep their World Cup hopes alive. Guinea are out of the contention. There are 5 teams from this African region who will be playing in this year's FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well off the mark, and I believe he stepped over the line knowing he was gonna miss. So not able to convert his second one, and ball back to Nigeria, to Guinea, excuse me. Sai, just not able to hold on to that ball. As you saw Coach Zesovic there. What are you talking about? We can't even pass, come on. And I mentioned it, both these teams, there he is, he's still getting upset with his players. Both these teams really, really struggling with turnovers early in this game, and I'm sure it's gonna be a point of emphasis in the locker room at halftime. And nice hands by Guinea, but good job getting back on defense. And thought about the shot, no. Penetration and another turnover, folks. Definitely out of bounds is Eze, Victor Eze. So ball back to Guinea and a new shot clock. It's gonna be a 24-second shot clock, I believe, because they're gonna say Nigeria did have, no, sorry, 14-second shot clock. Well, a little bit of competitiveness, and referees making sure nothing really gets out of hand here. As you see both these teams fighting. Nigeria knows what's on the line. Guinea wants to prove that they can battle with the best of them. Nice penetration off the mark, offensive rebound, not able to go in. Play is still going. And missed opportunities, and a reach-in foul is going to be called against number 32, Kaba. And they had some good looks under the basket, Guinea, but just not able to convert. And Nigeria finally come up with a defensive rebound, and just a silly reach-in foul really there by that man, number 32. Look at this. Missed opportunity, got your offensive board, got it again. Another little tip is off the mark. And then here, sort of that little frustration call. As we see a little bit of full court pressure here, easily beat by Nigeria, but they slow it down. And almost an overpass again. That's a tough shot by Anthony, but what an offensive board. And I think Conde is going to be rewarded with that block, as he's trying to get his players motivated, his teammates saying, come on, guys. We got 1 minute and 11 seconds left before halftime as Kaba comes out, and Alpha Kaba, number 7, checks back in. He did go down with that ankle injury early in this quarter, so it's good to see him back out on the court. Nigeria here is a tough shot. Off the glass is off the mark, and now Guinea with an opportunity to tie or possibly take the lead late in this second quarter. Conde goes inside to Kaba. Kaba takes his time, goes baseline, can't score, but does draw the foul, so he's going to get to go to the stripe, earn himself 2 points, possibly. Well, a little bit of an awkward free throw looking shot, but hey, you know what? If it goes in, coach doesn't say anything. So good job there by number 7, Alpha Kaba, to tie the game. And look at that, a turnover by Nigeria. Guinea, they haven't been leading much in this second quarter, but with that flush by Alpha Kaba, they now take the lead with just under 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Nigeria, good defense here. They really have no look at the basket. Look how far away they're playing. Penetration, kick out, shot clock's winding down. 5 seconds and another turnover, and it's a 3-on-1. Conde thought about passing it up, but he says, nah, I got an easy layup, and that he does. And now Guinea go into halftime up over Nigeria. And about a minute ago, we would not have thought we saw this, as Nigeria were leading most of that second quarter. But at halftime, Guinea with the lead over Nigeria, 35-31. Well, those are the stats. It was a slow start to this game, folks. Tied at 13 after 10 minutes. Both teams shooting a little bit better, 38 compared to 43% for Nigeria. And there you see the rebounds. Guinea with a whopping 25 rebounds compared to just 15 for Nigeria. But for me, it's been the turnovers by both.
You hear all shout 20.
Yeah.
2-3 zone. Every time you hear all shout.
Le 5 de départ.
Mais il a mélangé, mais ça c'est pas grave. Il parle du 5 premiers, il a dit 5 derniers, après il dit 5 premiers, c'est pas grave.
don't forget to download your World Cup Qualifiers app right there. Scan that QR code. We'll also have, FIBA will also be putting out an app for the World Cup as well, so stay tuned for that. Welcome back, second half action underway. Guinea leading Nigeria 35-31. Can they cause an upset? We will find out in about 20 minutes. Guinea with the ball on the court. You see it, Sai, Kaba, Condé, and Drame, along with Diaby for Guinea. And quick foul, a little pushing foul, I believe is gonna go against number 20, Condé. Now that's the starting five you see for Guinea, along with for Nigeria. We have Darren, who number 0, passing the ball inside. He had a great first half. Gives it up to the youngin. Nice little pull-up jump shot off the mark, but he was fouled by Sai, so he's going to go to the free throw line. 20-year-old Victor Eze. Nice game yesterday by that youngin. Definitely a bright future for both these countries moving forward. If you consider how old they are and the average age of this team. I mentioned it, that man right there, number 10, he turned 20 February 12th. And if you saw him play last night, you would definitely understand why I am hyping him up. He's gonna have a long, great future as a professional basketball player, but also for a player who is representing his country, as he's able to knock down his 2 free throws and cut into that Guinea lead. And I talked about it at halftime, if you were still with me. Turnovers were a huge issue for both these teams. That is now the 19th turnover for Guinea, as Nigeria also has 16 turnovers, possibly 17 right now, but no, it's gonna be called a jump ball. And ball, I believe, will stay with Guinea, with Nigeria, excuse me. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Darren, number 0 right there. He had a great second quarter for Nigeria. Afuwape taking it out of bounds. He gets it inside, finds Chimbu, gets it back to him. Shot clock is at 7, 6, pass inside, easy miss basket. Unfortunately, Victor Anthony cannot convert though. And defensive rebound, Guinea pushing it. They get it back to Diaby. Diaby now drives baseline, trying to spin, good defensive action. And they're calling a double dribble, so another turnover. Diaby disagrees with it. He says, no, I did like an in and out dribble. Well, he says, I'm gonna pick up full court and try and get the ball back for my team, but they give it up to Eze. Kicks it out. Darren, little jab step, penetration, good D off the mark. Condé comes up with defensive rebound. Now Guinea looking inside, nothing. They kick it out, ball reversal. Baseline penetration, just off the mark is Sai. And now, nice shot fake. Definitely gets Condé off the mark. And Darren not able to convert, but look at this. He got Condé off his feet, and then just a good job sort of drawing the contact. Sai doesn't think it was a foul. You see that man right there. He says, no, I don't think I fouled, but great job there by Michael, number 0, Michael Darren from Nigeria, just sort of taking the contact, maybe putting his shoulder down and into him a little bit. As some substitutions for both teams early. They went to their bench pretty early in the first quarter as well. And I mentioned it, these two teams, or every team in these African qualifiers are playing 3 games in 3 days. And if you have ever played professional basketball or played for your national team, you know 3 games in 3 days is not an easy feat. So no surprise that both coaches are going to their benches early, and really everyone is playing. You know, you have about 10 players on both teams who are getting significant minutes in this game. Diaby, nowhere to go, nice defense, kicks it up, 3-point shot off the mark, and Chimbu, number 18, comes down with it. Now Anthony kicking it up, penetration, tough layup. Sai. And Kaba there disagrees with the call. I think the referee said the ball touched the baseline, and he says not even close. But ball is going to go back to Nigeria, and another turnover by Guinea as we have a timeout called. And let's try and listen in.
Give me a fucking normal. 5 turnovers and 6 offers. We don't shoot on the basket.
Donne-nous une solution maintenant. Trouve-moi une solution.
Am obrejemo te joue contre-attaque. Prends le bot. Prends les cibles. Joue agressif et de piso macro. I'm on set 2 down. Spé. Passe la balle. Allez. Drame. Passe la balle. Bien. Sort, dans la balle intérieure. Mauvais Drame. Spé. Amo. We give you one defense, only one offense.
Allez, boy.
Well, Coach Zesovic not too happy with his players coming out of this halftime. They did have that 35-31 lead. I'm not sure they've even had a shot attempt. No, they have had a shot attempt, excuse me. But it's been more turnovers to start this third quarter than it has been shot attempts. So clearly he is not happy. And let's see if he can fire up his team. Nigeria now, Anthony hands it off. And pretty good defensive possession here. They're closing the paint, and another turnover. I mentioned most of the turnovers I felt as a commentator and spectator were really sort of extra passes where maybe you should have been aggressive and looked for your own shot, but they were just unselfish and trying to make one too many passes instead of even getting out of a shot attempt. Both teams I'm talking about. So another turnover for Nigeria. Now Guinea with an opportunity to do what coach asked. They get it up. A little rip through there by Drame. Drame well defended. Double team comes and he picks up the ball. And now Nigeria running, pushing it, 3-on-2. Anthony goes all the way, can't score. Conde there comes up with a defensive board. He gives it up, they go inside, but Anthony missed that layup down on the other end. He hustles back and is ready for defense and gets a stop. And now Nigeria, strong take by number 6, Wisdom. Maybe not the Wisdom that he needed though. Duck inside, and Drame is blocked by a couple people, but look at this. It has just been a game of turnovers for both these teams. And you don't want to say that they're not trying hard, but maybe sometimes they just need to slow down a little bit. You know, shot attempts in this case is probably better than a turnover for both teams. Not sure too much about that take by Anioha, Wisdom Anioha, number 6 there. You know, went straight into the defender. Good job there, not fouling. Maybe pull up a little bit earlier, draw the defender and find your open teammate running in for another layup. Anyway, ball back, Guinea still haven't scored in this third quarter. They go inside, we saw this play a lot in the first. Nice extra pass, easy layup for Kaba, and a good job there by Guinea, and they finally have their first 2 points of the third quarter. Well, ball back. Let me go take a look at the stats quickly. So Looks like everyone's a little confused. Both coaches either talking to the bench or the referees. Let's take a look at that. So I talked about the turnovers at halftime. At halftime, Guinea had 18 turnovers. Now they're sitting at 23. Nigeria had 16 turnovers, and they have 19 on the game. Condé thought he was going to get hold for a hooking as well. And you see Chimbu, number 18, I think, wanted the same call as we possibly saw, but nice strong move. Let's take a look here. I mean, I kind of, you know, it's one of those, maybe a veteran move by the veteran, Sheikh Condé, number 20, going up against the 23-year-old Chimbu of Nigeria. Well, that shot's off the mark, but they get the ball back. Tough shot. Kaba there. Oh, just can't convert the and one, but he does draw a foul. So he's going to get to go to the free throw line. Guinea are shooting 11 of 15 free throws for 73% in this game, compared to 8 of 12 for Nigeria. They're sitting at 66%. And Guinea already have 13 offensive rebounds, folks. So they're missing their shots, but they are there to pick up the offensive rebounds as well. Well, Guinea, if you were there when you heard Coach Zesevic's timeout, it was heated. Not heated, but he let his players know that he was not happy with the way that they were playing. And I think they've had a great response since coming out of that timeout. A couple defensive stops, had some good looks, aggressiveness, going to the basket, coming up with rebounds, drawing fouls, as we see Alpha Kaba knocking down his first of 2 free throws. And he gets a second. Now Nigeria trailing. They were down 4 heading into the second half, and they came out, tied the game pretty quickly at 35 apiece. And the last couple of minutes, it has been all Guinea as you see them jump back out to that 5-point lead, as they are leading 40-35 with just under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Good pass inside as Otobo draws the foul on Kaba. Unfortunately, he can't convert. Nigeria have done a great job in all of their games, their 8 games they have played, getting to the free throw line and also converting free throws, as you see 2 missed free throws there. I think as a team in these games, they're shooting around over 80%, which is very, very good in 8 games as a team. Guinea now, side, looking inside to Condé. They bind him, takes his time, draws a double team, kicks it out, extra pass. Nice defense, though, by Nigeria. Really nowhere to go. Kick ball, and shot clock, unfortunately, is going to be reset to 14, as it was winding down already at 4. But nice defensive possession there by that man. You see, number 12, IB Agu. But Guinea ball on the sideline with a new shot clock. Three-point shot attempt deep off the grass, and that's going to be a defensive rebounding foul going against Alpha Kaba, as he just pushed his defender in the back. I believe that's going to be his 3rd personal foul, and he's going to have to go to the bench. And he's had a great game for Guinea so far. Not someone you want to see sit on the bench for too long. He has 11 points and 7 boards. But that is his 3rd personal foul. So you saw him come out, and I imagine might see him sit on the bench the rest of this 3rd quarter. Otobu, he missed 2 free throws on the last possession, as that is now his 3rd missed free throw in a row. And another short free throw, but Nigeria are able to come up with the offensive rebound. Otobu. And I don't know how that was not goaltending. I thought it hit the backboard. Might need to see that on the highlight reel. Either way, it's going to be counted as a blocked or a missed shot. And now Guinea, nice little floater from the free throw line is Conde. And he has had a great game, great 2 games actually. A big game yesterday, 23 and 12 in their loss to Cap Verde, as Nigeria won yesterday over Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, who have already stamped their ticket heading into that game yesterday. They're already qualified for this year's FIBA Basketball World Cup, which will be played in the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia. I mentioned it, Nigeria desperately need to win today, and win tomorrow to even have a possibility. And it'll probably come down to numbers, and probably they need some teams to lose, Senegal being one of those teams for sure, to lose some of their games. Top 2 teams out of Group E and Group F. Oh, nice pass underneath. And Otobo does not miss that one. So the top 2 teams from each group qualify, and then it's the 3rd best team will get that 5th ticket, and we will not know who that is until tomorrow for sure. Spin move off the mark, fight for the rebound, great job, and great awareness there by Israel Otobo, as he knows he was fouled and just sort of throws the ball up and earns himself a trip back to the free throw line, where unfortunately he has not been great this game, as he is shooting just 1 of 8 from the charity stripe. There you see though, comes up with the offensive rebound. He does have 5 offensive rebounds in this game. His team only has 10, and he has half of that. So good job there by the big man, sticking around, pulling up the missed shots. Let's listen in.
Okay? Baka, every time you go to the line, you have to concentrate and make 2. We're not going to get back by shooting 3-pointers, but 1 free throw at a time, 1 free throw at a time, we're going to claw our way back, okay? We need to get as close as possible before this quarter is over. But hey, defense is the key. Let's hustle and let's fight the way we've been fighting on defense all night, okay? Yeah. On offense, push the ball. If nothing happens, we pull it back out. Let's keep using those screens and attacking them. They have 5 collective, they have 5 already. So everything is it's either we make a basket or we go to the line. Okay? So let's keep going, guys. Let's go. Good intensity.
That's not nice, man, guys. 3 on 1, 3 on 2. You guys dribbling the ball. Just pass the ball.
Let's keep passing the ball.
1, 2, 3, hustle. 1, 2, 3, hustle.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Hey, take the play.
Let's make it stop.
Well, defense is the key. You heard it there by Coach Odaudu from Nigeria. And there's a little confusion about where the charity stripe line is. And Otobu, just checking into the game, he has struggled from the charity stripe. Fortunately, he is now 1 of 10, I believe, from the free throw line. So Guinea still up by 5. Penetration kick. They find Conde. Conde, little 2-point pull-up is good. And great game there by the leader of this Guinea team, number 20, Sheikh Conde. They go inside. Tobu trying to drop the foul, and then just Sai needed to headman the ball, kick it up a little bit further and let his player go and chase it down. 3-point shot off the mark, but Fofana there for the defensive board as he kicks it up to Dauda Conde, who gives it to Sai. Sai back to Sheikh Conde. Sai. Nice penetration, extra pass, 3-point shot. Hits the front of the rim. Nigeria coming up with the rebound. Tobo kicks it. And that shot hits the front of the rim, the back of the rim, and rolls right in. So nice shot there by number 18, Chimbu. Cut the lead, 44 to 39. And 3-point shot off the mark. And you saw there Coach Odaudu from Nigeria saying, all right, let's go, let's go, let's go. We got the stop, now you need to get the score. Penetration, and maybe a good no call by the referee. I thought it might have been an offensive foul, but not sure if he was actually outside the semicircle. Well, ball back to Guinea as they're leading. There's a minute left, around just over a minute left here in the third quarter, 44 to 39. And look at this defense here by Nigeria. Sai can't find anyone, gets it inside to Conde. Conde taking his time, going up against Atobo. And fancy little ball movement there, it seemed like. And nice, easy finish there by the big man. So Guinea, great job. Atobo, missed opportunity, and he knows it. He's got to get back, though. I know he's frustrated, but can't give up an easy opportunity. And some aggressive defense here by Nigeria. And good job there by, I think it's Mara. Look at this, Conde just kind of gets it hit out of his hands. Ball ends up in the hands of, yeah, I think it is Mara, number 9 of Guinea. And he's able to draw the foul and gonna get to go to the free throw line. Well, I think the referees are trying to find out who this foul was called on. Maybe they're gonna go to the video replay. Maybe the referees here taking a quick look to see if it was a play on the ball or a possible unsportsmanlike foul. Actually, excuse me, it's a coaching challenge. So I think the coach from Guinea wants to see if it was actually a play on the ball. So coaches now can challenge certain calls. And if they don't win the so I think he's saying, yeah, he was fouled. It should be an unsportsmanlike, which would be 2 free throws and the ball back. If the coach wins the challenge, you know, they will get what they have. If they lose the challenge, though, they actually end up losing a timeout. So referees are going to want to take their time. And tough call for me, but that's why they do what they do and I do what I do. If they really think it was a play on the ball or an overly aggressive, unsportsmanlike play, and it was by number 4, Johnson Anaye. of Nigeria, I believe. Let's take a look. We've had many looks. So there you see number 4. He definitely made contact after the ball was shot, and it wasn't really played on the ball. It's going to be a tough call, though, either way. Well, coach won the challenge, so good job there by Coach Zesovic. And he challenged the call. I mentioned it if you're just tuning in. Coaches now can challenge certain calls. And Coach Zesovic of Guinea won it. So his team don't lose a timeout because he won it. And it is an unsportsmanlike. So 2 free throws will be awarded as well as the ball. And things have just become difficult for Nigeria. They were down 4 at halftime. Quick job coming back, tying the game at 35 apiece in the first couple minutes of this quarter. But since then, they have just not been able to score. I have a feeling it's been about 4, 5, 6 minutes that Nigeria have not scored in this quarter. So ball back to Guinea as they have a 9-point lead and 8 seconds left on the shot clock. That's a 3-point shot off the mark. Another offensive rebound though, and a good job there by the big man. No, sorry, it is a traveling call. As you see, the Guinea players are shocked. They got to turn around, get back, and get one defensive stop. 16.6 seconds left in the third quarter. Nigeria desperately need to score because it has been a while, folks. And tough penetration off the mark. There's a few seconds, they'll have a heave. They get it up in time, but it's well off. So a great defensive stop there by Guinea as Nigeria went cold for the last 6 minutes of that quarter. They trail at the end of 30 minutes, 48-39 over Guinea. Some of the stats. Oh yeah, Nigeria, I mean, just a tough shooting day for them. 31%, 3 attempt from 3-point range, 30. Look at that though, free throws. Free throws, free throws. They've been going to the line. They're just not able to convert as they are shooting only 44%, 8 of 18 compared to 16 of 20 for Guinea. And here are a couple of highlights from that third quarter. I mentioned it. Nigeria, they did a good job. They came out quickly and tied the game at 35 apiece after the first couple of minutes, but it was all Guinea after that as Nigeria just went cold, only scoring 8 points in that quarter. Guinea with a good job second part, last 5 minutes of the quarter. And there we see what we possibly thought was shot blocking violation, but it went uncalled. And Conde, there you see the big man from Nigeria, from Guinea. He has had a great game. He had a big game yesterday. Sheikh Conde, number 20. He had 23 and 12 yesterday, and tonight he has 20 and 6 for Guinea.
1, 2, 3, reset.
Well, game's not over, but Nigeria, they need to figure it out because they are not playing great offensively. I think they're doing an okay job defensively, but offensively, they are just not converting easy baskets. And the story of the game has been turnovers. Anyway, download your Courtside 1891 app right now to keep up to date on all scores, highlights, and basketball news from around the world. 10 minutes left in the game. Can Guinea cause the upset over Nigeria? They are leading by 9, 48-39, and it would be considered an upset, folks. Guinea have only won 1 game in these FIBA World Cup African qualifiers, where Nigeria are at 4-4, Guinea are at 1-7. Guinea in the FIBA World Cup rankings are 85th in the world, Nigeria 19th. So it would definitely be a big win for Guinea basketball if they can get a win over Nigeria here today. Oh, ball, Guinea, Sai gives it up. Trying to look inside to Conde, I think. Nice block there by Anthony. Nigeria now up to the races. That's Anaye. Kicks it to Darambola. He had a great second quarter. He did not do much in the third, though. Victor Anthony gets the ball, his three-point shot off the mark. Guinea, though, with an opportunity now to push it. They slow it down. They're going to run their offense, though, as that Abdoulaye Sai taking his time. He goes in against a wall of green jerseys. Good job standing straight up. Fast break opportunity off the mark, though, is Agu. And now Sai gets the ball back, pulls it out. Oh, nice find and an easy basket there for Keita. Tijin Keita, number 13 for Guinea. Hasn't played big minutes for them, but that is definitely a big basket as he has 4 points in the game. And that is an 11-point lead for Guinea. Agu missed that layup, but he doesn't miss that three-point shot, so a good job there and desperately needed if you're a Nigerian basketball fan, as they have cut that lead to 8. They got to get a few consecutive stops in a row, though. And kickball. So ball back to Nigeria, and that is the 27th turnover for Guinea. And Nigeria have 19 turnovers in this game. I mentioned at halftime, turnovers have been a big issue for both these teams, and it's not because they're selfish, trust me. It's almost that they're overpassing and trying to force the pass when they're missing, or they're giving up, opportunities to shoot and score. And another turnover, no communication. You got to tell the man bringing the ball up the court, there's a defender behind him. But these kind of turnovers, you know, got to come to a 2-foot stop, a little bit more fundamentals. And it's also a sign of how young these two teams are. They are both very young. They get it inside, and Sai's pass almost doesn't get through. Somehow ends up in the hands of number 32, Kaba, as he is able to convert. So a good job there by Usman Kaba, taking advantage of his minutes here in the fourth quarter. Well, another three-point shot, so a good job there by Agu. That's his second three of this quarter. He's trying to will his team back into this game and saying, guys, we need to win no matter what if we want our hopes to stay alive. Those hopes, as I mentioned, they have to win here today and they have to win tomorrow, and then they have to hope that other teams lose and probably lose by a lot for that 5th place ticket at this year's FIBA Basketball World Cup. We do know that South Sudan made history and stamped their ticket last night, as well as Egypt. And heading into this window 6 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup African qualifiers, the Ivory Coast had already qualified. Nigeria beat them yesterday, which would have been an upset if you consider how well the Ivory Coast have been playing in all these qualifying games. And just a different Nigerian team. They look more tired. They look a little bit out of sorts, not finishing as well around the basket as they did yesterday. But there's a lot of time left. They're only trailing by 7 with just over 6.5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Can they cut into that lead? Agu, he's hit a couple three-pointers this quarter. And Chimbu trying to find the backdoor cut, but ball goes off the foot, so shot clock will be reset to 14. Agu, ball up top. He's hit a couple threes, so they have to defend him tightly, and that just, well, it was a great drive, but you have to be defended a little bit tighter, which also opens up the driving lanes. And that's what we saw there. So a great job there by Ibe Agu. Conde gives it up. Diaby back into Conde. Little cut. Conde going to work, trying to draw the double team. He does. He kicks it out. And that shot's off the mark. Offensive rebound. Missed, though, by Kaba. And now Nigeria with another opportunity. They're trailing by 5. They were trailing by 11. As a three-point shot, it's good. And it's going to be a 4-point play as he is fouled and makes that three-pointer. So great job by Nigeria. They were trailing by 11. Look at this. Nothing but net. And a possibility for a 4-point play here by the youngin, Victor Eze, as he gets to go to the free throw line. And I mentioned it around that 9-minute mark of this quarter. Nigeria were trailing by 11, folks, and unfortunately can't convert, but no box out by Guinea. So that is a 6-point turnaround in a matter of seconds, as Nigeria now have cut that 11-point lead. And now they're tied. 52 apiece with 5.5 minutes here to go, but they go to the veteran, Conde, as Conde just drives to the lane and gets fouled by Victor Anthony. His name is Victor Anthony. Don't confuse the back of his jersey. I know it is a little bit. Oh no, sorry. He was fouled by Chimbu, number 18. And Conde is able to put his team back up 2. Agu had those 2 threes at the beginning of this quarter. Almost turns the ball over. Nice little penetration. No foul. Off the mark. Kaba comes down with a defensive rebound. And now, how about that? Oh, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul going against Guinea. So a great defensive possession there by number 5, I believe it was. Or sorry, maybe need to see a replay. Oh, it was a great defensive effort by number 5. You see him there, getting a little bit of a breather. Michael Afuwape. Yeah, no. And so a good job, nice hustle, way to dig down and get a defensive stop. And then they're saying that Osman Kaba, number 32, held him when he was going, for that loose ball. And that's an automatic unsportsmanlike foul. So 2 free throws plus the ball for Nigeria. Well, unfortunately, Afuwape not able to take advantage of those free throws, but Nigeria have the ball, and that is Anthony, who does a good job driving to the basket. Not able to convert, but will be earning himself a trip to the free throw line. And free throws have definitely, I guess you could say, been an Achilles heel for this Nigerian team. They are 8 of 21, 38% for the game. And Anthony says, do not worry though. I'm gonna break that spell, as he does, and makes the first of 2. And make that 2 of 2, so good job. And Nigeria ties the ball game again. They were down 11 about 4 minutes ago, folks. So good job the last 4 minutes getting some defensive stops as they almost come up with a foul, steal, sorry. But a foul is going to be called against Michael Darambola. Yeah, nice hustle, almost comes up with the steal. Easy call for the referee. Sai now. He's left wide open shot. Well off though, and now Nigeria with a chance to take the lead for the first time in this quarter. If they can get a bucket here, they give it up to Anthony. Anti turns the ball over, but nice hustle play. And Nigeria, I think the referees are gonna see if they actually have possession or not. Sorry, if Guinea actually had possession or not. So if it should be shot clock reset to 14 or 24. No, but they're definitely saying that we need to wipe up the floor. So he's out there doing his job. Great technique there. And referees are gonna review it. And as I mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're reviewing to see if Guinea actually ever had possession of the ball. So here, good defense, they get a tip. I'm not sure if it was ever possession, so the shot clock should actually never have been reset. So whatever the shot clock was at when the referee blew his whistle, I think is what Nigeria will get the ball back to. Yeah, in my opinion, no one from Guinea ever has possession, and they did reset. You see at the bottom right there of our screen, they reset the clock. So yeah, so 13 seconds, no surprise, but it's gonna stay Nigeria ball. And a quick turnover, nice defensive hands there by the big man, Kaba. No, sorry, that was Drame, excuse me. Unfortunately, he's not able to hold on to it though, and he gives it right back to Nigeria, and no one gets back on defense. And not what you need right now, but a missed opportunity for both teams as they go inside, and that's just gonna be an easy layup there by Sheikh Konde, who has been the star for this Guinea team, maybe the most consistent player for this Guinea team here today in this game, as Guinea 56-54. We have 3.5 minutes left to play. Nigeria desperately need to win. Even if their chances are very low, they still need a win to even keep themselves alive. Guinea, possibly one of the biggest wins for them if they can come up with a win here tonight in all of these qualification games. Little fight underneath, and ball is gonna stay Guinea ball. Some substitutions. Things getting a little chippy here between Chimbu, number 18 for Nigeria. I think it was Drame from Guinea. Yeah. So Drame and Chimbu are going to talk to the crew chief ref. And he's saying, hey guys, it's been a good game so far. Well, they're going to be awarded double technical fouls. But I think the referee has diffused the situation, which is what you want to see happen. So with that double technical foul, it is going to stay Guinea ball because it was always Guinea ball, as a foul was called before that. So with a slight 2-point lead, and just over 3 minutes to play, Guinea with a possible big-time upset, and Kaba has to shoot that shot because I'm not sure if they were aware of the shot clock or what, but not a great sequence offensively there out of the out-of-bounds play for Guinea. And now Nigeria, chance to tie or take the lead. Darambola, tough layup, and that's a late call, but the referee says she saw a foul, so Darambola is going to get to go to the free throw line. You see Guinea's Coach Zesovic there on his hands and knees as he doesn't think there was a foul. I've talked about the free throw shooting woes, and it is continuing for this Nigerian team. And that's not a way that you want to lose a game. But if Nigeria does end up losing tonight, and as much as it hurts, you know, you can go back and say, it's not the reason why they lost. You know, there are a lot of, if they do lose, there are a lot of other reasons. But to shoot so poorly like they have from the free throw line, it could have been an absolutely different game, as Darambola goes 0 of 2, and there's going to be a rebounding foul by Nigeria. So there you see Coach O'Dowdu sort of just shaking his head. I mentioned it though, this is a very, very young team, and I do think a lot of these players for Nigeria we are going to see around in the future, and the same for Guinea. As you know, Nigeria, they have World Cup experience, they have Olympic experience. This is definitely a team that's always in the running, especially in the AfroBasket, to compete for titles and to compete to play at the highest level, like a FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, it goes 1 of 2 from the line is Alpha Kaba for Guinea. Now Nigeria trailing by 3, and it's going to be a foul. 2 shots awarded. I mean, I guess if you have a scouting report right now, the way this game is going, do you say, you know what, let's just go ahead and foul Nigeria every time they attack the basket? Let's not give up easy shots, because they haven't proven to us that they can consistently score from the free throw line. And you know, with these, well, good job there by Darambola to step up and make that free throw after he just missed 2 in a row the last possession. You know, as a free throw shooter, and you know how badly your team has been shooting from the free throw line, or you have been shooting, it's free throws are mental. I mean, these guys, you know, they're all professionals. Some of them are still young, some of them are starting their careers, but they know what it takes and they know how important it is. So how about that, folks? And that is called making sure the court is ready to be played on. So good job there by that man. Well, he went 0 for 2 the last time, but a great job there is Darambola as he knocks down 2 of those free throws. Well, another turnover for Guinea, and it has just been difficult for them. That is their 31st turnover in this game. Tobu, strong take, wanted the foul, but it's a no call. So now Guinea, slight 1-point lead, turn the ball over again. And it's those turnovers where it's, you know, consecutive 2, 3, 4 possessions in a row that they turn it over. So Nigeria with an opportunity to take the lead, and they just can't. They've done a great job. They were down 11 at the start of this quarter, so they have climbed back, they have tied it, but they haven't taken the lead or had the lead at all in this fourth quarter. Now Guinea, and that three-point shot, I think, touched every part of the rim, but then just bounced out. So now, Victor Anthony, with an exclamation finish almost on that one, finally gives Nigeria their first lead in this quarter. 58-57, just over a minute to play. Guinea with the ball. They get it inside. Kaba, he's been great for them tonight. And a reach-in foul. Is going to go against excuse me. Yeah, so a reach-in foul is going to go against number 14, Israel Otobu, for Nigeria. And a timeout is called. Let's listen in.
Give them water, dog. Give them water.
Non, pour cette défense, Gaba, after shot, c'est tout marqué. A besoin de sorte, parce qu'il a besoin d'entrer Tijan. Moi, volé que nous avons fait la faute sur numéro 14. Vous comprenez? Et chaque fois, nous avons fait la faute sur numéro 14. Pour antisportif, sur 14. Vous comprenez? Attention de ça. Une attaque. Que Dieu te bénédie. Que Dieu te bénédie. Hey, joue 3. Sorte. Fais le stagger, non le donne la balle et allez là-bas. Joue avec ici.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, folks. I said, you know, if you're Guinea and the way this game is going, maybe you want to try and just foul Nigeria every time they get down the court on the offensive end because of the way that they're playing, shooting from the free throw line. And it's exactly what Coach Zesovic said there in the timeout. He says every time number 14, Israel Otobo, touches the ball, just go ahead and foul them. I don't care, even if it's an unsportsmanlike foul, you foul him the rest of this game. And there's good reason for that, because he is 1 of 10 from the free throw line for Nigeria here tonight. Well, Kaba isn't able to make the first, but he does make the second. Game tied, 58 apiece. Mentioned it, they got a foul, 14. That's what coach wanted. And Guinea come up with the ball. They have a fast break opportunity, but that's stripped. Nice hands there by number 12, Agu, to get back and strip the ball, but it's gonna stay Guinea ball. Good job. Basically there you want to say Alpha Kappa. Hold on to the ball aggressively, keep it high, big man, and go up strong. But anyway, we have 48 seconds left. There's 21 seconds left on the shot clock, and ball is going to be Guinea ball on the baseline, I believe, but the referees are going to have a quick review here. Take a look. Not sure if they're seeing how much time was on the clock or Ooh, the ball went off. I think, I mean, from this angle, it definitely looked like it went off of Kaba's knee, but I'm not sure the referees can change their call if they called it white ball. Well, we'll see what happens. Well, it is going to go back to Nigeria ball, so I'm not sure what they called it originally, though. But after the review, that was definitely the right call, and maybe the referees didn't call it either way because they didn't know whose it went off of. Anyway, Nigeria now tied 58 apiece. There's 40 seconds left. Otobu, and you heard it, they're supposed to foul him every time he touches the ball, and that's exactly what they did. So now Israel Otobu's got to go to the free throw line, and you know he knows he is 1 of 10 in this game from the free throw line. But could this be strategy as well, folks? I don't know. Otobu staying down like he is injured, and he needs to come out, bring someone else on who is possibly a better free throw shooter. It could be strategy, I'm not sure. Then again, that was a really, really hard foul though by Sheikh Konde, number 20. We will see, folks. I'm not sure what hurts. And you see Coach Zezovic there, Zezovic there is complaining, saying he is faking. So I'm not sure what the referees are going to do, but Nigeria smartly are bringing on their training staff, and if the training staff come onto the floor, the player does have to get off. So we will find out what happens. Not sure if it's his ankle, his leg, or his head. Well, Otobu being carried off the floor, so it is his ankle, or his foot, sorry, his left one, as you see he is being helped off. And his teammate comes on for him. And that is number 10, the youngin, Victor Eze, checking in. He had the 18 points, the young star for this Nigerian team. So good job by him coming in off the bench and knocking down 2 free throws. Not sure if we will see Otobu back in the game. Anyway, Guinea now, they're trailing, but they got a possession, 58-60, 30 seconds to go, shot clock's at 15. They get it inside to Kaba. Kaba, a little spin move, draws a double team. That's a tough shot. And nice rebound, and headman, and a wide open layup. And an exclamation point there by Michael Darambola as he celebrates, putting Nigeria up 4 with 16 seconds left in this game. Quick timeout called by Guinea as they will, I'm sure, advance the ball and try and go for a quick shot. Got to get a quick shot, a quick score, but let's try and listen in.
Hey. Ici.
Right here.
Hey. Pas de problème. 16 secondes.
problème.
Hey, nous avons un
On en parlera.
ball ici. Ok. Spare. Ici. Cava. Viens. Fais l'écran. Pour drame. Drame. Out. Alpha ici. Petit. Viens. Cherchez dans la balle. Sinon, drame 3 points. Sinon, ici, spé 2 points. Alpha, allez sur rebot en attaque.
Allez, go, allez.
Well, let's see if Guinea players can execute what coach drew up. 16 seconds, they're down 4. Oh, Sai gives it up inside. That's a quick foul by Drambola, and it's gonna put Shet Conde on the line. So good job. Another great way, if you're down, is definitely score at the free throw line and not take time off the court, and it's exactly what they did. In 3 seconds, they drew a foul, so now they're gonna have to convert these, get a stop, steal, or maybe even possibly foul Nigeria quickly to try and get the ball back. You know, I talked about the free throw woes. It's a miss, nice offensive rebound by Sai. And no, it's gonna be called a travel. Oh, goodness me. So a great offensive rebound. They had kicked it out, shot a 3, they could have tied the game, but unfortunately Sai traveled after pulling down the board, and now Nigeria called them own timeout. Let's try and listen in.
Victor is going in. Coin is going in. eBay, you are going in. Okiki, you are going in. Who inbounds the ball? Igbo inbounds the ball. All they are going to do is they are going to foul, okay? So we want people who can shoot. But listen, we have to move. We have to move. Want to say? We have to move a lot. Run away from the foul. We don't want them to foul us in 1 second. Let's pass the ball and move. Nobody keep the ball and wait for that foul, okay? We have four mobile people on board. So
very important.
We have to be sure of the passes, so please.
We have to inbound the ball. It's very important. You have to inbound the ball very well. Very important. You have to inbound the ball very well.
1, 2, 3.
They are going to switch. They are going to switch everything.
Why is it possible?
Well, there you heard it. Most important thing is to get the ball inbounded and then pass it quickly. They don't want to get fouled. Again, not a great free throw shooting team this game. So keep the ball alive. Obviously, Guinea, they need to go for a steal. If they don't come up with a steal, they need to foul real fast and try and get the ball back at the free throw line. Oh no, it's true. I think that's a good call by the referee. We can see the replay possibly, but he threw it off the back of Drame. Let's see here. Oh, anyway, he threw it off the back of Drame, and the problem is, I don't think both his feet were inside the court before he picked up the ball. So yeah, he was out of bounds. Anyway, ball back to Guinea. They are down 3, 59-62. 9.4 seconds left to play. Can they come up with a 3? No timeout. Tough screen at half. Penetration, kick, 3-point shot off the front of the rim. They get it back. That's a high arcing shot, but the game is over. So Guinea with 2 chances to tie it. They're just not able to do it. And they fall. Great battle here. Nigeria with the win, 62-59 over Guinea. Well, What a game of back and forth. When you thought it was all Guinea, it was all Guinea. But then when you felt it was all Nigeria, it was all Nigeria. And clearly Coach O'Dowdu upset with something as he's trying to talk to someone. You can see on the highlights. Anyway, shooting 42% for Guinea. Rough shooting night for Nigeria, 33. Only 14 and 29 from the free throw stripe, 48%. But they shot the three ball well. Didn't take a lot of shots, 6 of 14 compared to just 2 of 13 for Guinea. And how about that? 52 rebounds in total for Guinea. 31 for Nigeria, assists more or less equal, 15 to 14, and really turnovers was what the Achilles heel was for Guinea. 35 turnovers in the game. Cheikh Condé, 25 points. He was great for Guinea the last 2 games for them. Didn't have quite enough to pull off the win tonight. And then obviously Michael Darambola with 16 points for Nigeria. And talk about a gain of runs. I mean, Guinea up 4 at halftime. Nigeria come back, tie it really quickly in the third quarter, and then at least the last 6 minutes of the third quarter, I'm not sure Nigeria scored, as we saw Guinea take a lead going into the fourth quarter. And then the fourth quarter, about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Guinea were up 11, and then Nigeria just stormed back. They outscored Guinea 11 to 23 in that fourth quarter, and that's why we see them finish with a 3-point win, 59 to 62 over Guinea. Here, as you're getting to enjoy some highlights of the second half, as it was definitely maybe a little bit too rushed, a little bit too unselfish. Lots of turnovers by both teams, really just trying to overpass the ball when maybe they should have shot it. But you kind of saw maybe the experience come out a little bit more by Nigeria late in that fourth quarter. But what a game for Guinea. You really thought they were possibly going to pull it off, but then Nigeria with some big defensive plays and then some big plays at the end of the game. And let's not forget, Guinea had an opportunity with just under 10 seconds left. They got a good look to tie the game from 3 at the top of the key. Missed that. They got an offensive rebound, but time just wound down. And Nigeria with the win here today in Angola. And there's that 3-point attempt that I said you saw. And it was a good look. It was off the front of the iron. That was number 23, Osman Drame, with a nice look. Not great 3-point shooting, so not a good sign. Well, that is it. Group B action. Ivory Coast have already qualified with that 7-1 mark. Angola are playing tonight. Nigeria are now at 5-4. Angola play Cape Verde here tonight, so don't go far because that is a big game. There you see the road to the World Cup. Who have qualified? Those are our European teams. 9 out of 12 teams already qualified. 3 slots left. Americas, Canada, and the US have qualified. We know from Africa who have qualified, and Asia. Well, what a game. Thank you for tuning in. Don't go far because there's a lot more basketball left to figure out who qualifies for this year's FIBA Basketball World Cup. Thank you and good afternoon.